In another session of our News Tonight bulletin, my name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. As we delve straight into the bulletin, President Yoweri Museveni has outlined wealth creation at household level, free education, fighting corruption and job creation as his top priorities in the next government, since peace and stability is already in place.
Thousands of the National Resistance Movement supporters thronged the Kololo ceremonial grounds in Kampala to celebrate President-elect Yoweri Museveni's election victory. Mr. Museveni in the January 2026 general elections won by 71.65%, beating his closest rival, the National Unity Platform NUP candidate Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, who got only 24.72%. Museveni, who says campaigns are now done and that Ugandans should now focus on wealth creation, outlined priorities like free education, job creation through commercial agriculture and establishment of factories as top on his agenda for the next government.
Emphasize the issue of wealth and jobs creation. The wealth is in the four sectors of Ndobuna: commercial agriculture, small scale industries and big industries, services of and ICT.
Other priorities are fighting corruption and promoting accountability.
Then the issue of corruption. Don't tolerate these people. We have been hearing of people who sell local government jobs. Why not report them? So that they are arrested. When they are arrested, when they are reported, report them to Amina Mukarazia. If the local leaders are not doing it, tell Mukarazia.
The president-elect Museveni applauded the supporters for having supported his ideologies in the manifesto and voted for his party. The Vice President Jessica Alupo praised all NRM supporters, including the First Lady Janet Kataha Museveni, saying it was their collective hard work that resulted in the resounding victory.
And I congratulate you, Mama, and thank you for the S6 results which you have just released to all the members of the public. Let us thank Mama and the team from the Ministry of Education. But throughout the campaign time, Mama, you traversed the whole country, moving with Musei and the NRM teams and ensuring that we get contact with all the people of Uganda and secure the victory.
The NRM supporters congratulated the president upon the victory and expect tremendous development in the next 5 years of his tenure in office.
Looking into the affairs of the people on the ground, like Paris model, we are comfortable. He has given us peace. And what else do we want? That's why we are here to celebrate his achievement.
Government bwe bekola ebintu teyina bwega maneganga benekolere n'alemu ne PDM ekwata ku muntu wa bulijjo oba wogere n'ali wotojogokera tokikwatako zo nebaza abannayuganda bannabannayuganda guno mukulu komisiri yakutegesi bano banakyebwa okweyaga bagamba nebya tulina okusiima okitiibwa pulezidenti ono.
Others commended the president for the peace and stability and the focus on wealth creation among the ordinary people.
It was so daring that Ugandan voted massively to the president, and I can assure you that is the result why we are here today celebrating, because it has not been in history. I think in 1996, it was when President Museveni got about 96 or 90-something% vote, I'm not sure. But you can imagine after 40 years in power, because of this type of this systematic way and how we made our approach in
The celebrations, dubbed Yoga Yoga Jaja, were organized by the State House Local Content Unit, headed by Hajat Amina Mkalazi. Philippa Guta for UBC News in Kampala.
Thank you, Philip. Now, the Ministry of Education and Sports, through the National Curriculum Development Center, has embarked on reforming the UACE curriculum as they release the 2025 Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education UACE examination results. UNEB observed that in all subjects, learners failed to relate knowledge acquired to real-life situations.
It is now my pleasure to release the results of the Uganda Advanced Certificate of Examination for public use.
The Ministry of Education and Sports and Uganda National Examinations Board UNEB have released the 2025 Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education UACE examination results. According to the statement of release, 166,400 candidates registered to sit and 165,172 candidates turned up, registering 1,228, that is 0.7% absentee candidates. The number of candidates compared to 2024 has increased from 140,884 to 165,172 candidates. That is an increase of 24,288, 17.2%. The number of female candidates was, however, lower, with 72,374, that is 43.8%, compared to male, who were 92,798, that is 56.2%. Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education performance by gender in large entry subjects indicates that female candidates performed better than their male counterparts at the principal level pass A to E in most of humanities subjects, mathematics, physics, general paper, subsidiary mathematics and subsidiary ICT, while males scored better than females in mathematics and sciences at top level of A passes.
So, the good performance by girls, and I congratulate them on this remarkable achievement. I am particularly impressed by the steady increase in the number of girls taking on science subjects, and that they have done very well. This demonstrates that there is nothing mysterious about mathematics and sciences. What we now need is more encouragement and the presence of the role models of mothers in our society who are scientists.
Candidates' performance indicates an overall improvement in 2025, with 98.9% of the candidates qualifying for the UACE certificate.
University admissions to degree courses have up to now been considering 2 principal level passes as the minimum requirement. If this consideration is maintained, 113,290 or 68.6 will qualify to be admitted. 1 principal and 2 subsidiary pass levels are considered for admission to other tertiary institutions. For example, the TVET institutions offering diploma level programs, we will have 145,100 129 or 87.9% of our candidates who will qualify to transition from UACE to tertiary levels.
Principal level pass AE in large entry subjects have recorded an improvement in economics, geography, literature in English, mathematics, agriculture, chemistry and biology. Uganda National Examinations Board observes that the problem of not relating science concepts to real-life situations persists. Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Katam-Museveni, says National Curriculum Development Centre is to move steadily ahead to complete the reform of the Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education curriculum.
The Ministry of Education and Sports, through the National Curriculum Development Centre, has embarked on reforming the UACE curriculum. Currently, we have an aligned curriculum being implemented, where excess and unnecessary content has been removed and duplication of information across subject areas has also been addressed. Furthermore, the teaching approaches have been aligned to the approaches at UCE so as to provide a smooth transition from the UCE.
The chairperson, Uganda National Examinations Board, Professor Celestino Boa, says the board reiterates the strategic importance of mathematics and science in driving innovation, industrialization, and technology advancement.
Sustained investment in science infrastructure, teacher capacity, and laboratory resources remain critical to building a robust pipeline into tertiary STEM programs. Although enrollment in STEM subjects show a gradual upward trend, deliberate multisectoral interventions will be required to achieve national targets in science and technology development.
Overall, the number of candidates UNEB has assessed for certification for the 3 examinations has increased to 1,402,434 in 2025 from 1,294,731 in 2024. I'm Nafka Farida and Dan Lugemwa in Kampala.
Now, Uganda is registering improved performance in science subjects at advanced level following the release of the 2025 Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education UACE results by the Uganda National Examination Board, UNEB.
The recently released Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education results indicate a noticeable improvement in science subjects across several schools in the country. Education stakeholders say the better performance reflects increased attention to science teaching, improved classroom supervision, and greater emphasis on helping students understand concepts rather than memorizing them.
Encourage children, please work hard, regardless of whatever circumstance, regardless of the families you come from. Work hard because the future is bright. So these are going for their dream courses. Medicine, all this one is engineering because he did PCM, these did BCM. So 7 of them scored 20 for 20, which we want to thank God for, and we are waiting for Thanksgiving on the 21st.
Teachers also attribute the improvement to closer monitoring of learners and paying extra attention to detail during lessons, which has helped students grasp challenging topics in subjects such as chemistry and physics. Some schools have already recorded outstanding results. At Hilton High School, Mukono, 7 students scored the maximum 20 points in science combinations.
I was here from senior 1 up to senior 4. And I was able to score 10 in 10 D1s all through. And I came back because I trusted the people that had brought me all through. So I came back, started Form 5, Senior 6, then again I have scored 20 points.
I encourage you to be hard workers. Be hard workers, respect your parents, respect God, respect your teachers.
Thank God for this great victory. And I want to invite everyone to come to Hilton High School. Indeed, this is the best school in Uganda.
Education experts believe the strong results in science subjects are encouraging as Uganda continues to promote careers in fields such as engineering, medicine, and technology. The advanced level examinations remain a key pathway for students seeking admission into universities and other tertiary institutions. Helen Barbara Jizamba reporting for ABC TV.
The Parliamentary Committee on Lands, together with the State Minister for Lands, Dr. Sam Mayanja, have resolved to eliminate land brokers operating around all the 22 ministry zonal offices across the country.
The Parliamentary Committee on Lands, led by its chairperson Semanga Javira, has conducted a courtesy visit to the Ministry of Lands zonal offices in Mukono and Wakiso districts. While at the Mukono zonal office, legislators were taken through the entire chain of land transactions, starting from the reception, cash office, valuation section, and registrar's office, before proceeding to the strong room, where the land files are securely kept.
We are not here to expose. We are not here to quarrel. We are here to find a solution.
State Minister for Land Sam Mayanja commended the committee for taking time to inspect the operations of the zonal offices. He, however, emphasized the need for Ugandans to embrace land registration to promote secure land ownership and attract investment, noting that the current registration rate of 30.12% remains very low.
This low level of registration presents significant risks and constraints. It weakens land investment significantly. It limits the use of land as collateral, constrains planned land use, and ultimately affects productivity.
Mayanja further revealed that the ministry plans to transition from current systems to more advanced technologies such as blockchain to strengthen data security and integrity with support from Parliament through increased funding.
Inadequate funding relative to the demands and national expectation placed on the sector. Limited infrastructure at the ministry zone offices, resulting in congestion and overcrowding, as you can see here in Mukono.
During the engagement, legislators also raised concerns over individuals, commonly referred to as untouchables, who allegedly encroach on forest reserves, delays in service delivery at some of the zonal offices, and cases where local leaders exploit land buyers.
People have built permanent houses there. The government has made its own mistake by issuing these titles. And even if we give you money now, I don't think you can chase anybody from the forest.
That members of the public can conduct online searches. Now I wonder why people should be charged when they come here asking for the search. Some places need degazettement, to be honest.
Minister Mayanja acknowledged the challenges affecting service delivery, noting that the ministry is aware of individuals who frustrate the system and pledged action to address the problem.
The registrars here are supposed to be lawyers. They should know that a witness by LC1 is not a legal requirement. That's just a practical, you decide.
The committee further proceeded to Wakiso district where similar concerns were raised at the Kisoro and Chadondo zonal offices.
We can eliminate middlemen.
The site visit was concluded at the National Land Information System in Wandegea, Kampala. Following the visits, the committee chairperson revealed that the Lands Committee will hold a stakeholder engagement on 19th March 2026 to explore possible solutions to the challenges affecting land administration in the country.
We have also found out that forestry land has been given to developers, actually one developer in most cases taking a big chunk without the normal processes of degazettement. So we have invited them to scrutinize the process and see how best we can go to save our forests of Namamve and Namyoya.
Rebecca Natongo, Gloria Gutabinji, UBC News.
The UK Global Health Summit is expected to start on Monday with participants in Uganda led by the Ministry of Health Permanent Secretary Diana Atwine According to the organizer, Moses Mulimira, this 3-day event has over the years ensured Uganda benefits in the health sector and has improved on delivery.
The UK Global Summit is a very exciting platform which is bringing together individuals from the global community, including ministries of health, government leaders, academia, students, frontline health workers, to discuss solutions on some of the challenges we face not only in Uganda, but also in countries like the United Kingdom and also other global communities. Some of these challenges include workforce challenges, including issues around epidemics, and also including areas around innovation in health. We're excited by the summit because a lot of keynote speakers from government will be joining us. From Uganda's perspective, we have the Permanent Secretary, Dr. Diana Twine, who will be joining us here to discuss some of the solutions Uganda has to offer to the global community. But also we have Honorable Dr. Charles Sayume from the Parliament, who will be talking about antimicrobial resistance, where he leads us as the chairperson of the antimicrobial resistance in Uganda Parliament. We have the World Health Organization. We will be welcoming the Director General, Dr. Tedros, who will offer the opening keynote address, but also other ministers of health from Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya. It has been ongoing for the last 10 years. We started off as Uganda, and then went into East Africa, and now we are opened up to the global community. And the reason why we are opened up to the global community, because we recognize that most of the challenges we face today are not only in the UK or Uganda, but also the challenges other countries are struggling with. So we want to come together and find solutions and opportunities to address some of these challenges together.
Now, following the release of the results for the UACE 2025, tonight UBC TV takes a closer look at the general performance trends, the best performing schools and subjects, and what these results mean for students preparing to join universities and other higher institutions of learning.
The senior school in Kisoro district is in the sync of the latest jargon of unstoppable, following a sitting that returned in 920s, notable of which were in BCM and PCM, while 3 were from arts.
God has been on our side, that we've managed to exhibit that performance. I call upon parents outside there to entrust us with their children. We are ready for them.
The candidates that scored 20 points were Kato Watson, Emmanuel Mayende, Bushra Namakula, Kucha John Mark, Christine Nagadia, John Muyangu, Letitia Kutesa, Agnes Nakazi, and Angel Namutebi.
I worked so hard. The teachers were supportive. They worked so hard with us. The administration was also supportive. My parents, Mr. Mbusa Charles Walter, my brother Rogers, my mommy Major Winfred Nyawera. I thank them so much. I'm so grateful. I'm so happy, and I wish to become a very good doctor. I wish to become a neurosurgeon in the future.
And I thank my parents for paying my school fees in time. I also thank Mr. Munga Lawrence for giving me a bursary. I've been on bursary from senior 5 to senior 6. And all I want is to go to Makerere.
I would want to be a doctor because literally everyone said so, and I decided to BCM, and I also thank the Almighty for He's the one that has made this. In my Form 4, I managed to score aggregate 8, 10 in 10, and it's God that inspired me to do that.
I'm very happy. I got 20 points. I want to thank my teachers. I want to thank my parents for always being there for me. I want to thank God mostly.
This latest success has been attributed to many factors, pronounced of which is the school's insistence on holistic education that allows the learners enough co-curricular activities that keep the brain sharp. St. Michael High School Mukono Sunday registered a remarkable performance. The school's head teacher Mpaka Richard Remorika attributed the success to the Almighty God.
We are very grateful to God, first of all, because of the performance we have achieved. Secondly, I would like to thank the parents who supported us by paying the school fees, coming for meetings, and also helping their children in the interventions we had.
Bakasa is the best candidate, scored 20 points, while others scored 19 and 18 points, and the rest obtained principal passes.
Our best student, Gumoshabe Abigail, scored 20 points. She has 2 A's, 3 A's, and then passed the other subsidiary subjects. And then we have 3 others who are in science. BCM, Ilukaro Gerard scored 2 A's in biology, chemistry, and then I been in mathematics and passed the subsidiaries and got 19 points. So overall, the best has 20 points, and then we have 4 students with 19 points, and several of them with 18 points. And those who scored the 2 principal passes and above are 145 out of the 157 who sat.
We are attributing this better performance, one, to completing the syllabus on time. We had to ensure that by term 2 in June, syllabus was to 0, balance in each and every subject.
To get 16 points, so I got A in history, A in ent, and E in art. At first I have to thank all my teachers, the administration, and the whole school, the environment.
At St. Kisoro Secondary School, Bugolobi, a total of 173 students sat for the examinations, with the 2 candidates scoring the maximum 20 points, while the majority registered stronger grades.
I was doing biology, chemistry, mathematics, ICT. I achieved 20 points in UACE. I want to thank the teachers, my parents, and the Almighty God for helping me achieve this success.
The deputy head teacher, Dennis Omoy, attributed the good performance to the collective effort and hard work of the teachers, students, and parents who worked together to ensure success.
I got 15 points. I was doing history, arts, and Swahili and ICT. I am looking forward to go to university and take education because I like teaching.
Meanwhile, at the Korean missionaries based in Nakao Union Vision Secondary School, all the 143 candidates who sat qualified for the admission into higher institutions of learning, with the best getting 20 points, while 5 scored 19 points, as 5 attained 18 points among others.
Our best learner got 20 points in this game. Can you praise the Almighty? 5 candidates registered 19 points. 5 registered 18 points. Thank our dear directors for their tremendous efforts to support us spiritually, morally, and economically.
Administration of this school. Thank God for the great achievement given, and I thank the administration for their efforts geared towards our success.
At Kajasi Progressive Secondary School, the school presented 214 candidates, and all of them obtained the results that qualify them to pursue higher education.
I first of all thank the Almighty because it has been Him that has enabled me to reach this far and also get these results. I also take this opportunity to thank my parents for their continued support and your prayers.
54 of them got points between 20 and 17. That is why I'm here to celebrate this day.
At Mary Hill Christian High School, Nakasaja, the atmosphere was exciting after receiving news of their students' performance. 50 students sat for the examinations, of whom the best student in sciences scored 19 points, while the best in arts got 18 points.
The best person has 18 points! And because of that, all of us, the teachers and the students, we are going to celebrate, we are going to slaughter these goats and enjoy.
A total of 196 candidates from Makai Memorial College in Inatete recorded impressive results.
I got the 20 in service because I didn't do it to 1 point. I started to make this 20 points from senior 5. 17 points. I'm offering biology, chemistry, and mathematics. So I'm looking forward to becoming a doctor. That's my dream.
The school's head teacher Jenny Namiro attributed the success to faith in God, hard work and discipline among the students. Meanwhile, at Faith High School in Sonde, students also recorded a strong performance.
Results have come off excellently. We have had all our 81 students passing, none failed, and 2 of our students doing BCM both got 20 points maximum. I want to thank our directors for the support, the relentless support that we have received from them. I want to appreciate our parents for the support they have offered to their children and to Faith High School.
So Muchala.
Yes, Daddy.
You know the children are going back to school and things are a bit tight. For now, why don't you take half of the fees to junior school, and for the school van contribution, we shall pay later.
Daddy, why don't we pay using MTN Momo, where we stand a chance of winning school fees for a whole year and more? By the way, you can also apply for a school fees loan, and also participating schools can win a school van.
That's right! Win school fees for a whole year and more. Get Momo goodies and a school van for participating schools. You can also apply for a school fees loan. Simply dial *165*80# or use the Momo app.
Mama, owulira otya? Mpulira essanyu lingi nnyo. Bannange MTN neyanzizza. Taata w'omwana ogenda mugambako oba wali wano? Taliiwo. Ssente ze mbadde ngenda okusasula ku school fees z'omukulu zigenda kunnyambako okuweerera bato be abalala ababiri. MTN mama genkoledde kinene nga singa omumaamu sirigyerabira obulamu bwange bwonna. Ngenda kusibira kusasula school fees nyiga *165 *880# sasula school fees ngokozesa Momo. School funds masomo tugenda zigaba osobola okwewola waliwo school fees loan genda ofune loan oba otolinawo ssente ozisasule mu bbanga mpola mpola obulamu butambule nga buli koona.
Welcome back from that short break. In our next segment, the Uganda Bureau of Statistics has reported a 3% increase in malaria prevalence among children under 5, according to the 2024-2025 survey.
Uganda remains one of the countries with the highest global malaria burden, recording an estimated 13.2 million cases and more than 16,204 deaths annually. Malaria is not just one of the leading causes of death, but also an average contributor to economic losses in the country.
Beyond its direct impact on health, malaria affects labor productivity, school attendance, household incomes and overall economic performance, particularly in rural communities.
According to the Uganda Malaria Indicator Survey Report 2024-2025, the malaria prevalence rate has increased to 13% from the 10% as of 2018-2019.
You then begin to ask questions. Where is the problem? And we need, after this one, to go and interrogate where is the problem. If we have been investing money, is the money too little or the money is sufficient, but implementation is a problem?
The Indicator Survey Report further shows that Karamoja and Lango sub-regions recorded the highest malaria prevalence among children under 5.
The disease continues to account for a significant proportion of outpatient visits and hospital admissions, particularly affecting children under 5 and pregnant women.
The report also notes that there is hardly any difference in malaria infection rates between households that own mosquito nets and those that do not. However, Kampala registered the lowest level of mosquito net usage and ownership in the country.
We have it highest in Lango, and then the lowest was in Kampala still.
The State Minister for Finance and Planning, Amos Lugolobi, urged government to invest more in targeted interventions for better outcomes, even for economic growth.
Addressing malaria, therefore, requires not only strong public health interventions, but also sustained investment and effective use. From planning and financing perspective, to prioritize investments in areas with the greatest need, improve efficiency in the use of public resources, to strengthen monitoring and accountability in the health sector.
As the country works towards achieving sustainable development goals related to maternal-child health, the chairperson of the Board of Directors, Uganda Bureau of Statistics, Dr. Albert Byamgesha, emphasized the importance of tackling national progress through reliable data.
The Uganda Malaria Indicator Survey is one of the key national surveys that provide political data to guide the fight against malaria and strengthen health sector planning.
They also encourage stakeholders to maintain high-quality data standards. Pauline Ongoyet, reporting for UBC.
The Mayor of Kampala Central Division, Salim Uhuru, has pledged improved service delivery and development in the division following his re-election. Uhuru made the remarks while hosting members of the Muslim community for an iftar dinner at his home in Kampala as the holy month of Ramadan draws close.
As Muslims across the country continue observing the holy month of Ramadan, the mayor of Kampala's Central Division, Salim Uhuru, hosted dozens of Muslims at his office in Kampala for the evening iftar meal, a daily breaking of the fast during Ramadan. He pledged to work to improve service delivery and accelerate development within the city division.
It is my 5th time celebrating iftar with the people of Kampala. I want to thank them for voting me back into power. That is the reason why we are having this iftar dinner.
Uhuru called for cooperation among residents, noting that collective effort is essential for transforming Kampala and addressing the challenges affecting the city.
Today's iftar is to celebrate people as brothers. And these people demand a service delivery, and we will deliver.
The Minister for Kampala, Hajat Minsa Kabanda, commended the Muslim community for their dedication, discipline and peaceful conduct during the month of Ramadan.
I urge you to maintain the spirit of brotherhood and work together for the development of Kampala.
The first Deputy Supreme Mufti of Uganda, Sheikh Ibrahim Tanda Muzanganda, said the practice strengthens faith and encourages believers to develop greater consciousness and fear of Allah while promoting good conduct in society.
Somero mwetwetendekera okutya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Empisa ennungi ze tubadde twolesa mu mwezi guno gwa Ramadan, obuntu bulamu, obukkakkamu, ennyambala ennungi.
With only a few days remaining before Muslims celebrate Eid al-Fitr, believers have been encouraged to maintain the spirit of charity, humanity and community support that defines the holy month. Irene Faith Nantongo, Joseph Muyingo, UBC News.
As believers across the world approach the end of the fasting period for both the Lenten and Ramadan seasons, they have been urged to embrace religious diversity while promoting peace and unity among themselves.
Christians and Muslims gathered at the Equal Opportunities Commission offices in Kampala in a show of unity and mutual respect between the two beliefs. Wow. The keynote speaker, Reverend Father Chibika Tirega, emphasized the importance of unity and religious diversity. He urged believers not to undermine others because of their beliefs, but instead respect and appreciate one another.
No one should be put through any form of treatment that makes them feel less than human. Any treatment that makes them feel that their religion is bad, their tribe is bad, or is less. Everyone has the right to be accepted everywhere they go, to be treated equally, and to feel the same.
Religious leaders also encouraged believers to reflect on their actions, promote equality, and treat one another with respect, not only during the fasting season, but throughout their lives.
So do to others as you would have them do to you. Every person you see with the problems, their choices that they did before. You see, do you know that even charity, whenever we do charity, we must do fulfilling God's command. Otherwise, we are paying for people's mistakes.
The Deputy Mufti of Uganda, Sheikh Muhammad Ali Waswa, who attended as the chief guest, urged Ugandans to value the peace and security currently prevailing in the country and work collectively to safeguard it.
Akatunako ketulyanga tusiibye keeko kennyini akeetaagisa mu bulamu bwaffe bwe tuba twagala obulamu okukola obulungi ne mind okulowooza obulungi. Because of the modern system eyatuleetebwawo ekitegeeza nti emabega eri si bwe twali edda twali be tukolaganira wamu nga tetwesosola.
During the engagement, believers were also hosted to an iftar dinner where Muslims broke their fast alongside their Christian counterparts. The chairperson of the Equal Opportunities Commission, Safia Nalejoko, commended religious leaders for continuing to instill faith and moral values in communities during the fasting period.
The commission tells all the different actors, the different sectors of community, the different ministries of Uganda, and all other institutions that inclusion is the solution, realizing the transformation agenda.
Rebecca Natongo, Susan Nabugode, for your business.
Grant you peace, grant you good health.
Flooding on River Ruhezamienda has cut off the Kisoro-Rubag tourism road, forcing residents and travelers to cross using wooden boats. The bridge over River Ruhezamienda, linking Nyundo sub-county to Rubuguri town council and constituency, happened in Kisoro district.
Torrential rains have cut off several communities in the hilly district of Kisoro after floods washed away bridges and rendered roads impassable. The Kisoro-Rubunguri and the Muko-Katojo-Bukimbiri roads are among the worst affected after sections along River Ruhezamienda were destroyed by rising water. Travelers, including tourists heading to the nearby Bwindi Impenetrable National Park, are now forced to cross the flooded river using wooden boats, improvised canoes, and by being carried on people's backs.
Here there are a lot of people, hundreds of white people of Muzungu, they come to here to see gorillas and they cannot pass here and they turn back. They are not coming anymore in the jungle to see gorillas.
A local group, Nyekundire Group, hired 2 wooden boats to help people cross the river. The group's leader, Saturday Alozia, says they stepped in after the flooding completely cut off the road. Saturday says the boats were hired at a cost of 150,000 shillings each and are currently helping hundreds of travelers cross the flooded section.
Buchimbire ni yali irali Saxo district hararuga yebihimba hararuga yemonda hararuga makara hararuga tijya mushinjwa hararuga chi abajungu niyo bali ati urarangoriya turikushaka.
Isaac Nsenga, the owner of the boat, says the crossing has become a major lifeline for stranded travelers, earning about 300,000 shillings daily. Other operators helping residents cross say each person pays 2,000 shillings, while luggage is charged 3,000 shillings. They say collections can exceed 700,000 shillings a day.
Nanye ndaleba abataka bakunoya bari kubona abona ndaleta amato ganje abiri
buli lunaku emitwalo ashatu kugira amato gagere emitwalo 30.
Residents traveling between Nyundo Sub-County and Rubunguri Town Council say the flooding has disrupted transport and business activities. The LC3 chairperson of Nyundo Sub-County, Mutabazi Fred, says River Rehezamienda flooded early this week, cutting off the main road linking the two areas.
Now, government, through the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, has begun discussions to develop a strategic plan for emerging technologies. The strategy will focus on identifying key technologies, how they can be harnessed, and their potential impact in the country, especially in job creation and improved service delivery.
Artificial intelligence, cloud computing, quantum computing, and so many other, technologies that you're hearing of. However, as a country, we don't have any kind of specific regulation or guidance on how these technologies should be governed or how they should be managed. So instead of coming up with a strategy for AI, a strategy for quantum computing, a strategy for Internet of Things, we are coming up with one for all that will address the emerging technologies. But of course, largely bent on AI, because AI is now the most prominent
Welcome back. Now, the Board of Petroleum Authority of Uganda, together with management, is conducting an inspection tour to assess the progress of the Industry Enhancement Center. The center was established to build the capacity of Ugandan small and medium enterprises and local businesses to enable them meet industry standards and access opportunities in the oil and gas sector.
Played a key role in preparing local companies to meet the required standards and access opportunities, such as tenders listed on National Supplier Database. This is part of government's broader strategy to promote local content in the petroleum sector.
Our major output as a petroleum authority is to make sure that national content, and national content in real terms is the participation of Ugandan companies. So where we've seen joint ventures or only international companies are where there are gaps in Ugandan companies. This center is again helping us to make sure that the areas where international companies are operating, we are satisfied that if we are satisfied that Ugandan companies already have that capacity, the next phase is to make sure that those areas then are also ring-fenced for Ugandans.
Officials say continuous monitoring of such initiatives is critical to ensuring that Ugandan enterprises benefit from the country's petroleum resources.
So this center has come in place to be able to bridge that gap, to support the industries, to support the companies rather, to be able to build those skills, get certified ISO certification, get contract management skills, get contract negotiation skills, environmental and social governance, among others, to build those areas and for them to be able to participate in the tenders.
The Industry Enhancement Center was established to strengthen the capacity of Ugandan small and medium enterprises and local businesses to effectively participate in the country's growing oil and gas sector.
What we really mean is that so that they can win some of the tenders in the oil and gas. It is a big industry. The industry is a $20 billion industry. What we don't want to see as Ugandans is that when the development phase and the production starts or stops, the production starts, that the Ugandans would never have been able to participate in the industry. Why? Because they don't have standards or they don't have anything.
Sada Mubale, UBC News, Kampala.
The Minister of State for Youth and Children Affairs, Balambar Gahara, has challenged entrepreneurs to embrace innovation and apply digital skills to drive economic growth.
The 5-day training brought together entrepreneurs and innovators from different companies across the country to strengthen their technical and managerial capacities in agribusiness and ICT. Organized by Lab Innova for Africa, Uganda, the program aims to support Ugandan businesses to access international markets while fostering partnerships with Italian firms through innovation and technology transfer. Participants were equipped with skills designed to boost competitiveness, promote job creation, and stimulate economic growth.
Came to share the expertise in trade, to train our people on how best we can trade.
Balam challenged participants to put in action the skills attained from the training to harness creativity, innovation, and leadership in a digital age.
It's been very nice if we balance trade so that we sell to Italy as well 170 million euro or 200 million euro, and Italy sells to us 200 million euro. We shall balance our trade. Yeah, that is what we are looking at or aiming at. Or even Uganda selling more to Italy because we have fresh food, which they may not have.
He pledged continued government support through access to funding, mentorship, and markets.
Thank the Italian High Commission, the Italian Ambassador, and the mission, and also the Italian trade agents for funding this training and also awarding certificates to our traders. It will foster their knowledge and our cooperation between the two countries, and it will improve our income and sales as well.
The Italian ambassador to Uganda reaffirmed Italy's commitment to strengthening collaboration with Ugandan entrepreneurs, particularly in expanding access to international markets and investment opportunities.
You know, sometimes embassies organize so many events, but then it's difficult to have a true feedback. And I'm very happy to know that you were totally satisfied of what you have been listening and learning during these 5 days.
The training concluded with participants receiving certificates of participation, marking the beginning of new opportunities for collaboration and business growth. Jenny Ramchia reporting for UBC.
Presidential Advisor Professor Ephraim Kamuntu has advised the idea of saving as the only avenue to ensure household income grows. Professor was officiating at the annual general meeting of Bugongi Saving and Credit Cooperative Organization in Shema District.
Property.
You must emphasize savings. People just come into the banks to borrow. You can't borrow what you didn't save. Saving is a rock, is a foundation of all these circles. The moment you mobilize, by the way, in a long context, investments and prosperity depends on saving and investment. That's how you can get out of poverty. You must save, save, and save. The culture of saving must be a driving force. And the third, you must emphasize savings. People just come into the...
And into the world of sports, residents of Kachiri Town Council in Kisoro District are embracing a new community football initiative aimed at identifying and nurturing young talent.
Farmers under Roba Holdings Limited celebrated victory after defeating rivals Diffacos in the second farmers contest at Doho Irrigation Scheme, Butaleja District.
Planting in a group and helping each other. And I think if you came to our gardens as a group, you would really be surprised.
The Korea Partnership for Innovation of Agriculture competition evaluates farmers' application of modern rice growing technologies introduced through the program.
How are you managing your field? Are you planting your rice in lines? Are you doing the watering well? Are you applying the fertilizers? Are you applying the knowledge that we have given you?
In the group category, Roba Holdings Limited won first place with 63% and $2,000, also claimed second with 54%, while Diffacos secured third with 51.8% and $500.
Roba Cooperatives is more enthusiastic and they're applying exactly what we are telling them. So because of that, we see that Doho 1 is lagging behind compared to Doho 2.
In the individual category, Nawegulo Kuluthum of Roba Holdings Limited emerged champion with 87% and $2,000. Mwanga Sam of Diffacos placed second, 85%, $1,000. Yusuf Naleba third, 84%, $500.
And that's all we had time for. Thank you once again for keeping it with us from the entire news team. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. It's a good night. Bye-bye.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555. Ever wonder what really shapes our world? From the boardrooms that drive business to the halls where politics, faith and entrepreneurship meet.
To become a successful entrepreneur, you have to know what you want and you have to go very slowly, careful.
Welcome to The Lens, a fresh look at institutions that impact our lives every day.
National Planning Authority was a creature of the Vision 2040.
We started with just making foam mattresses to begin with. Slowly, we went into higher quality of foam.
Each week, we shine a light on the institutional stories, exploring the challenges, the progress, and future plans.
The Standard Gauge Railway is undertaken by a Turkish company, biggest transport project in the history of Uganda.
It's about moving forward together with all stakeholders.
If government brings you AFCON here, how best are you prepared to tap into those opportunities?
The Ministry of ICT, part of the process of supporting our innovators is to educate them about the benefits of registering their intellectual property.
So if you're outside there with your business, we are coming to you.
Please do not miss the lens.
The Lens invites you to share your ideas, insights, and shaping the way ahead. Tune in every Sunday at 6:30 p.m. right here on UBC TV and look through the lens to focus on a bigger and brighter future for Uganda.
Rakai district is located in Uganda's central region, approximately 190 kilometers southwest of Kampala, along the Uganda-Tanzania border. Its strategic position along the Masaka-Mutukula Highway, a key trade corridor linking Uganda to Tanzania and the wider East African market, provides residents with ready access to markets for agricultural and livestock products. Since the rollout of PDM, thousands of households across Rakai district have accessed 1 million shillings grants, with government investing billions of shillings to more vulnerable families, from subsistence to the money economy. In Kanjuchi village, Kabona Parish, Rakai Town Council, Nante Mary is now a recognized model piggery farmer. What was once a long-held dream became reality in mid-2023 after she accessed 1 million shillings under the parish development model.
Amanya gange nze Nante Mary nga ndi mukyala mufumbo nga nsangibwa wano ku kyalo Kajoki omuluka Kibona district Rakai nga nakatandika okuwulira enteekateeka eno Muzeeyi Museveni gye yatuteerawo ey'okwegatta okufuna ssente zino nakisanyukira